Hi guys, welcome back to our channel again. In this video, we will see how we can create a bar chart. Beside that, we will introduce the bottom right, left side. There are three icons of those things. And finally, we will see how we can get that top 10 or top 7 or top 15 records by using our data set. I mean the bar chart we will build like based on top 10 or top 7 records. So let's get started. Before going to the main video, I will request you, if you are new to our channel or still if you didn't subscribe, please subscribe our channel. Now let's get started. So here till now we actually modified this tabular data, right? So now we'll see how we can create our first bar chart. So if you go down beside the data source right side, you will see a couple of things like sheet on, and then there are three symbols. First one is for sheet. Okay, if you want to create a new sheet or sheet, you can click there, and after that there is another one which is more dense, like square. It is called dashboard icon. Okay, so to create a dashboard we need to use this thing, and the last one is the story sheet. Okay, so basically there are three things. So to create bar chart or pie chart for this type of graph, we have to use this one. And in the dashboard, basically what we do, we actually use those type of sheet inside the dashboard, and we get the dashboard, and then also we can create the story. So these two I will discuss later. Now this part only. So to create a bar chart, actually we have to create a worksheet. So we can easily create worksheet by clicking here. I'm going to click here to create a new worksheet. So I just click there, and then very soon it will start creating a worksheet. So once it created worksheet, then we'll find this type of thing, and by default it names like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 in this way. Okay, so here we are actually trying to create a bar chart, so why not we rename it at like by bar chart. So I'm going to hit here, right click, and then it will give this type of menu, and from here we can rename this. So to rename, just choose the rename and just type bar chart. Okay, so basically we created this sheet based on this icon, and then what we did, we renamed it and we made it bar chart. So here we will create the bar chart. So if you notice here left side, from top to down, you will see there are couple of sections. So first section is this section, second is dimension sections, and third section is measure section. So data means this is the data source from where we are getting data. So this is pinned over there, and after there are two sections, important section. These two are very important, you need to understand. So this is called dimensions, and the bottom part is called measures. So what are dimensions and measures? Let's jump to the data source first. So in the data source tab, we see there are a couple of values at each row, right? Some columns has like text or string. This is text, and some of the column, those are values, right? Like 51, then number of days, this column is values, right? So there are two categories of data basically. One is like text formatted data, and other is number formatted data. And now come to this bar chart sheet. So here the thing which are text formatted, they are basically the dimensions. So here you will see the country, region, this type of thing, everything, these are basically the text. Okay, that's why it is called dimension. And if you go down, like active, confirm, date, latitude, longitude, these are numbers. Okay, so that's why it is showing measures. So basically whenever in Tableau, if there is text type of data, then it goes to dimension, and if it is like number type of data, it goes to measures, and Tableau automatically filter this thing based on this requirement. Okay, so sometimes we also need to customize this thing. Suppose this one, it is grouped region province state like this way. Okay, this is under the same root, so we can also remove this hierarchy. So to remove that, what we can do, we have to right click, and then we have to choose this option, remove hierarchy, and the hierarchy will be removed, and then it will be like this type of format. Now we can easily create our bar chart. Now let's create a bar chart. So we can create a bar chart like country by the total number of cases, right? So at first we need to select this total cases, and after that, once we select this, then we have to drag and drop in the rows, so it will be on top of the rows. Now it is showing like this way. Now let's select country, region, and drag and drop on the columns. Now you will see a bar chart. In this bar chart, along the x-axis, all the countries are there, and y-axis represents the number of cases. So in this way we can actually create a bar chart. In this bar chart, along the x-axis we represented the country, and y-axis is the values. If we want to sort, we can click this icon. If you move on top of this side, left side, y-axis, you'll see the icon. If you just click here, then it will be sorted. You will see the values will be sorted from highest value to lowest value in this way. And furthermore, if we want to transpose this thing, like if we want to swap the country from x-axis to y-axis, we can also do, or from the values from y-axis to x-axis we can do. So this is the icon. If you click here, it will actually transfer from x-axis to y-axis and y-axis to x-axis. So I'm going to hit this swap icon, and once I hit the swap icon, you will see the country will be changed from x to y. So now all the countries are listed along y-axis, and x-axis has the values. In this way we can easily swap the measures and dimensions based on our own requirement. Now another thing, so if you go down, you will see there are lots of small value, right? So some values as 0 or something like that. We can also neglect those country or region from this bar chart. But before that, let's do one thing. So this part actually is visible. If we click here, show me, it will go away. So now we are seeing the total chart over here. Now here we are seeing USA. This is the country wise, the death sorry, the total cases, right? If you move our cursor, it is showing that the country and total cases. Now you can also make this thing in continent wise. Okay, so for this case we need that dimension also, but I see there is nothing over there. So let's go to the data source, and from the data source, let's actually enable that thing. So we actually hide that part when we actually try to hide some of the columns. So let's click here, it will be visible all the columns, and then from here we are seeing this is a continent. Okay, so right click and then make it unhide, so it will be visible. Now uh, let's uncheck this thing, and the hidden field will be hidden column will be visible, vanished. Okay, now go to the bar chart, and you will see here there is continent, right? So from this continent, actually we are right now we are trying to uh, draw this bar chart based on the continent also. So just drag this continent and put it beside the country, and you will see a different type of bar chart where there is country, zone, and continent. It is showing everything. But the thing is that here, if you check this thing, it looks very difficult to understand, right? So if we can make it more simple, it will be better, right? Like color coded. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's pull this continent and drop it in the color. Okay, now you'll see the different things. So here it is actually the graph is now, the bar chart is now very clear, right? So here all the country is there, and this is the total cases, and the continents are marked with different colors. See, each continent is marked with different colors, and then in this way it is actually organized. Okay, so in this way you can go down, you'll see everything. So when you choose continent based on the color, you will see this type of thing. The color will be there and continent will be there. But you can also do one thing. You can make this continent as level. Okay, so if you move this continent on top of the level, I'm dragging and dropping on top of the level. Now see, here continent is on the right side. Okay, so this is US, and it's showing which continent. Spain, then which continent, Europe. In this way you can also do. And there is another way you can actually use this continent on the with the shape. So just drag it and then drop it on top of a shape, and now you see this is the size. So this is the continent size, and based on that it is showing something like that. But it is very difficult to understand. I don't like this thing. Basically you will also don't like. For me, either level and color is the best option, I think so. Okay, so I'm reverting back to continent to color. So in this way you can actually play with this thing based on the requirement you can do. But I feel this color, and in this way if you present the graph, the bar chart, it will be so nice, everybody will love it and everybody will like it. Okay, you will be famous basically, right? Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's get the top 10 country list where the cases are highest. Okay, we can draw this thing in this bar chart. So to do this thing we need basically a filter. So the filter is this part, right? We are seeing here is the filter, and we want to filter this thing based on the country, top 10 countries, right? So we need country. Okay, so what we can do, we can drag this country and then we can put on top of the filter. and it will pop up this type of thing. So here you will be here it will be showing all the country list, but our target is top 10, right? So if you go in this axis, you will see general, wildcard, condition, top. So this top means it will basically it will play with some top results or something like that, right? So we have to choose this top, and this tab, actually this is top tab, and then after that we have to choose based on the field, right? We want to sort this thing based on the cases, right? So what we can do, we can click by field and then by top 10. Okay, and total cases is there, so we want to sort based on the total, so we choose 10. But if you want to sort like top 7 countries, you can also do, okay, based on the cases. Okay, so once you choose this, then we have to hit OK button, and you will see that it is showing only the top 10, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So top 10 countries are being displayed in this bar chart. Okay, and we are seeing that US has the highest number of cases and China has the lowest number of cases based on this graph. So in this way you can actually sort. So here is our bar chart. Now come to this title. So if you want title, you can put some title, or if you want to hide, you can do one thing in this drop down. If you select, then you can hide title. Now the title is hidden, but if you want to enable this thing again, so what we can do, we can right click here and then we can choose title here, and the title will be appeared here. Okay, now we can modify it here. So to modify, just double click on top of it, and then it will show you some editor for this title. You can type. So here we can mention like top 10 cases by country wise. Okay, so we can also make like this report, something like that. Okay, and then hit OK button, and the title will be changed. Now the one last thing I want to show you here, the bar chart is drawing only the half of the skin. It is not expanding of the whole skin. I mean this is skin. Okay, there are many spaces over there, so we can actually fix this thing. So to do this thing, basically we have to come here. Actually here it is showing standard. So if you click here, then it will give you couple of options like fit, width, height, interview. So we can choose interview, and it will show you everything, and it will fit it based on the height and width. Okay, so this is another great trick or hack to show your bar chart very nicely. So guys, that's all. In this way you can easily create bar chart. So here we created on sample bar chart, which is actually displaying the top 10 cases by country wise, and we learned actually how to use color, size, label, this type of marks, and then we actually use color, but you can also use size or label, but color is more preferable. And then we also add a filter of this report. So in this way you can easily use bar chart, or you can draw bar chart using Tableau, and you can modify based on your business needs. Thank you guys for watching. If this video is helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. See you on the next video.